Ladies and gentlemen, just bear with us a second. We are getting everything set up here to go to all of our socials. So I've got a little back end work here to do. And then Austin is at the tower. He's already sent a photo. We're not showing him yet as he goes through. We have a wonderful person that we are dealing with. Well, actually, several people that we're dealing with. And so we're keeping them. Hang on just a second.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, buddy, I'm live. Do I need to mute myself?
The number pad won't let me in, and there's people in the parking lot watching me. Like, as soon as I pulled up, they started watching me. When I went to get out of the car, they both started watching me, and one of them pulled out a phone and started taking pictures of me.
Okay.
And when I went in and typed in the number to call the place, it says response unavailable.
They are you saying they shut the keypad down?
I think so. As soon as I pulled in, they watched me get out of the car. It won't, like, when I typed in 802, then hit call. I can hear him, but he can't hear me, and it says response unavailable.
Okay.
So
let's not. I've got your sound live.
Okay.
So let's not give out any numbers. But try the other two numbers that you have, just to see. We know 603 is watching church service, so hopefully the other one. But don't be deterred. And if you need, for safety reasons, to turn your camera on and go on screen for safety documentation, let's go ahead and do that too. Okay.
Okay.
So
I'll try to.
You just let me know, and you can call me like this again, and just let me know. I'm gonna be live. I'm doing that back end stuff. We're not on social yet, but we're live on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, because they are like standing behind me on the other side of the parking lot, still taking photos and like pointing their phones at my car.
And who is the they? The staff?
It looks like staff. It's an older guy with a hat smoking a cigarette, and then there's a woman that was standing there, and she looked like she had like a black earpiece going to her ear.
Here's the picture. I'm showing folks the picture you sent me with the whole "do not enter." They are. Looks like they're circling the wagons. And tell me if I'm wrong, because you're there. It's like they're circling the wagons and keeping the people trapped. They're doing everything they can to not let us expose the people that are trapped. Am I reading that wrong, or is that what you're feeling?
It kind of seems like they have people posted up outside to watch for people that they don't think should be here, and they're shutting down the keypad where people can't get in. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like to me they are keeping people out.
Nobody in, nobody out.
They're keeping people. So not only are they trapped, but they're actively keeping people out.
I mean, they started watching me before I even found a parking spot. The guy was looking at me and watching my vehicle go through the parking lot. And as soon as I stopped and parked, he pulled out his phone and pointed it towards my vehicle as if he was taking photos. And then when I got to the door, typed in the keypad, it says, cannot make a response. So I think the lady with the earpiece in has literally told somebody to shut off the keypad to make it to where I can't get in the building.
Okay. All right. Let's try those. let's try those others. Um, we're still because we're talking. I'm slowing down a little bit here on getting this over to Facebook, but we're still on YouTube. Um, and of course, the replay will show everything. So,
I can't show me typing in the numbers because it actually audibly says the number out loud after you type it in.
okay. All right. All right. So, all right. So I'm going to let you go, and
All
I'll
right.
either get you back on the phone or I'll see you pop up in the stage. Okay.
Yep, I will try the other number.
All right, my man.
The other two.
All right. Thank you. Bye. All right. So those of you that are joining us on YouTube, I very much appreciate it. This is the situation that we're dealing with, and I'm just simply trying to do the things that's required by YouTube in order to accurately share this over on our socials. So please bear with me just another moment. Things are breaking as we're doing it. So this is the biggest story, the biggest crisis in Scioto County. 120 people are trapped in Buckeye Towers. 120 people are trapped, and there has never been a crisis like this in our lifetimes. This is so important, and there's so many different moving parts at the same time. So bear with me. All right. That saved. So there we go. Okay. All right, here we come. I see you, Austin, with your messages. Give me 1 second. I've got it. Finally got everything done on the YouTube side. So I need to share and get our folks involved here, and they'll see. And those of you that are sticking around through this portion, thank you so very much. All right. Here we come. I'm typing it in. Okay. We're coming. We're coming. Facebook. Here we are. Here we are. And it's going to take a second for you to see it. And I'm going to post it twice. I see that it's up. I see. All right. I'm going to post it again. Stick with us, folks. This is the most important humanitarian issue we've had in a generation, a lifetime. All right. Okay. We are, now I can go back to our production, and I'm going to our comments. Diana, what is actually going on? Thank you so much. I'm going to be able to show the comments here. Okay, I'm watching Austin on the ground. I'm watching his feed. You guys can't see it. Let me get this standby banner off so you can see me. Because I was trying to give as much privacy as possible. All right, so I'm gonna drop this banner. Looks like I'm gonna add Austin to the stage. Austin, you can hear me. I see where you're located, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring you on stage. So here we go. All right, buddy, what's going on here?
So I get here, I go to get buzzed into the building, and let me know if you can hear me, Mark.
Yes, I can hear you. We're working. It's working. Yes. Please go ahead.
So I pull in. There's a couple people outside. One, you can kind of tell when somebody kind of looks like a maintenance man. They're always kind of scruffy. And then there was a lady there who had what looked like a black headpiece on, like a headphone. And they watched me pull in. The man immediately started taking photos of the car. I pull into a visitor parking spot. The guy looks like he was taking photos of my car. And I go through the sliding door. I type in the numbers that we needed to type in, and every single number said response not available. So I couldn't actually get buzzed into the building. And the second time when I walked back in, as I was walking back out, they told me that I can't be there and to exit the property. So I'm now sitting across the street from Buckeye Towers, and we weren't able to actually make entry into said building.
So, to be clear, you were blocked by staff to enter the building, and you are not you are in plain clothes right
Yep.
now. And we did this for safety. You are in plain clothes. They don't know who you are. For
Yep.
all they know, you could be coming to visit your aunt and bring her prescription medicine to her.
Yep. I'm in completely plain clothes. I'm in my daily wear. They immediately started videoing my car and taking photos of my car, I believe. I mean, there's no other reason for somebody to hold up a camera or hold up their phone the way that the guy was holding up the phone unless he was taking photos. And before I even made it into the building to type in the first apartment number, it immediately, when I typed in the number, it beeped twice, and then it's got a little like a screen that words scroll across. And when I typed in the number and hit call, it said response not available. And then I went back out. I confirmed that the number was correct, gave you a call, got the other number, the other two numbers, walked in, and I typed in both of those numbers, and both of those numbers said the exact same thing. Response not available.
So that sounds deliberate. It sounds to me like, and you tell me if I'm off base, but it sounds to me like they have actively, when I say they, I'm talking about the management, they have actively disabled the ability for residents to allow people to come in and visit them, help them, bring them medicine, anything. They are not allowing anybody in the building because you are in plain clothes. For all they know, you're somebody's nephew or grandson. That's how I'm reading it. Correct in your mind?
To me, it seems like they have the power to just turn on and turn off the keypad to whoever they want. Like, I'm wearing a zip up sweatshirt, a regular pair of tan pants. I'm driving an unmarked, my own personal unmarked vehicle. There's no reason for the keypad to say response not available unless the people that are standing outside seen me pull in, took photos, and told somebody to deactivate the keypad by the time I got there, by the time I got through the door.
Okay. Um, so we're thinking on the fly because this was completely unexpected. We never dreamed in a million years that the staff would actively prohibit people from coming in the building to assist those that are trapped. Look, those of you who are watching, look at the picture, Austin. Look at the towers. Look at the towers. There are 120 people, and it's actually a little bit more because some apartments have couples in them. But the number we're sticking with, 120 people are stuck in this building, and the people that manage the building are actively not allowing any assistance to those 120 people who are trapped. Austin, is that a fair assumption in your opinion?
It seems like it from where I'm sitting now.
Okay. If that's the case, what we need to do, and I want you to stay live for security, also and for documentation. Okay. Nobody has told you to leave. Therefore, the whole trespassing thing is not. We have permission. We have 3 people that want to talk to us. So we are obligated to go talk to those 3 people. And so we're going to try. So what I'd like you to do is to go ahead and go back over to the parking lot, make your way to the keypad just like you were before. Don't show the numbers, all right? But let us hear that announcement, okay? When somebody, let them take pictures, let them do all that stuff. You are not trespassing. We are invited guests. If someone approaches you, ask them what is wrong with the access codes, because you have somebody that has invited you to come, and you are there because you were invited and you're there to offer assistance, or however you want to put it. But we are invited guests, so there's no way that they can do criminal trespassing, any of that bullshit, because we're invited guests and they are blocking the access. So let's do it, and let's keep you live for documentation in case things go south. All right?
Well, I was actually told to leave the property.
Pardon me?
I was actually told to leave the property. That's why I came across the street.
By who and for what?
I don't know his name because I asked him for his name and he said it's not my business, but it was the man that was standing outside, took a photo of my vehicle when I pulled in. The second time after I called you, when I walked back out, he said, "Who are you here for?" And I said, "I'm here for a guest." And he said, "If you're not going to tell me who you're here for, then you don't need to be here. So I'm going to have to ask you to leave the property."
Okay. All right. So his reasoning was, if you don't tell me the name of the person that you are coming to see, you have to leave the property. Correct? Yeah. Okay. So now when somebody says you have to leave, you have to leave. All right. I want the public to understand that. However, he left an opening by saying, because you didn't state who you were coming to see, right? So when you return to the property, even though he said leave, he left the door open. And we're talking legalness here. That's a new word. Please go ahead and give me credit for that word. But the legality is actually the word I was looking at. He left the door open by saying, you did not specify who you're here to see. So specify who you're here to see. When you do that, please cover the microphone for that name. All right. And then immediately, once you identify the person you're there to see and you know the names, just use one. That's all he asked for. That's why he kicked you out, because you didn't have a name. Go over there, do the everything, say the name, and then record for your safety and for legality reasons. Record everything from here on out. All right. Okay. Let's go with you. We're gonna do this. We're gonna show everything except the identity of the guests that have invited us. And we're gonna stay with this shot. We're gonna stay with his audio. We've got the comments going. We've got the views coming in. We're documenting this. Ladies and gentlemen, 120 people are trapped in this building. Nobody is trying to, there's no plan. This thing can only end one of two ways, okay? It can only end one of two ways. Either one, they fix the elevator, which is not going to happen because I have a very special, very exclusive reason why this elevator is not going to be fixed. If they say it's going to be weeks, but now they are actively prohibiting people from coming to visit. But he said it's because we didn't say who we were there to see. So we're going to overcome that issue and see what happens, because we are invited to come into this building. So people are trapped. They are trapped, and the caregivers are telling them that they're lazy, they're downplaying it, they're being mean to the guests. And it's not, I thought it was one company, and we're going to investigate this. This is not a today thing, but it's definitely a tomorrow thing. We are going to talk about these caregivers. They all come from separate companies. They are not from one company. They are several companies. But for some reason, they have coordinated and decided that they are not going to offer assistance. And they are being very mean to these people. And the reason why we came on at this hour, we had planned to go live at 11, and we were told that the caregiver situation, when the people didn't feel like they had the freedom to talk because of the caregivers, and they said after 3, the caregivers will be gone and they would be more willing to talk. So that's why we have come on at this time. Now, as you can see, we have lost Austin's feed. It's okay. He has he can pop back on, and I'll see him pop back on. But until then, you and we're going to talk. If you see, let me go over here to the comments. I want to make sure share this video. This is share it. That's the one in New Boston, yeah, right? Yes. What is actually going on? I think I said that. What happened? Thank you so much. Oh wow, they only have one elevator for the entire building. Yes, they have. There's actually 2 elevators. One is we talked about this. Well, freight elevator. They have a small freight elevator, and then they have the main elevator for the 120 people that live there. So, right, report them to Adult Protective Services. That was a part of what we did earlier in the week. We spent days and days trying to talk to people. So I appreciate that. We're doing as best we can here. I'm looking over. Let me see if I can find the Facebook stream, because some people might be commenting on Facebook as well as where we're at here. So let me get any of those comments. All right. Okay. So it looks like they're coming good. You're commenting in the right place. I don't want to chase comments and have and really I don't want to miss them is what it is. I don't want to miss comments. This is sad. No excuse for this. They make more than enough money to fix the make more than enough money to fix the elevator. I'm going to go ahead and give you some information. This is you can call this, and thank you, SCDN. I hope that's pronounced right on your name. I'm going to give you some breaking news. I'm going to give you some breaking news, and I'm going to do this in a way because I'm going to cut it down to shorts. So the shorts are going to be able to pick up this. So I'm going to change the demeanor on how I talk because it's going to be in the shorts, okay? Because this is serious breaking news. Okay, here we go. And I'm answering Skiddy's question about they got more than enough money to fix the elevator. All right, here we go. Okay, Austin's back up. I may need to go here. Austin, I know you can hear me. Show me a thumb or something that I can go ahead and take it. Okay, good. Okay, we got you up. Austin, what happened while you were, I was getting ready to break some news about the tree situation, and I'm using code, but I haven't yet. So tell me what happened while you were gone.
I got out of the vehicle, lost connection. While I was trying to reconnect, once again, I was told to leave.
And under that circumstance, did they tell you why?
Nope. I told him I'm here to see someone. He said, at this point, I don't care. Get off the property.
You know what I want to do.
I know.
But you're on the ground. What do you think?
I think if I keep trying to get into the building, they're just going to call the cops and have me for trespassing since staff has told me to leave.
Right. But that'll give us a chance. Now the police are there, and you have a chance to say, I am not trespassing. I'm an invited guest, and they will not let me in the building to help a trapped person. Hey?
Let's see what we can do. As you can see, right back there was where that sign is that says "Do not enter."
Show us
right
everything. Show it. We need documentation because if we end up in court, we want everything documented.
Well, here's the sign that says "Do not enter," and apparently on halfway across the parking lot, there's another one of these where the gates are down, and you have to type in a code to get over there, which is somewhat understandable. But behind that, there's the little building there on the corner, and that's where the people were standing, and they were smoking when I pulled in.
So you are not allowed to enter a public residential building.
That's what what the guy was saying.
Based on their homemade sign.
Well, that's just for the parking lot itself.
And so, okay, so you technically did not park on the parking lot.
I parked on the guest parking on the side of the building.
All right. That vehicle right there, who does it belong to?
I have no idea, but it's in the no parking zone. Fire lane, no parking. No parking
All right.
anytime, drop off only. So it might be.
Document the license plate just like they did you. All right. Equal treatment. They did you. You do them. Who is this that got this close? Because it
I
looks
think
like
it might just be DoorDash or something.
How the hell did DoorDash get in and we don't? We're invited just like DoorDash.
I have no idea. So I'm going to mute myself, type in the code, and see what it says.
All right, but don't mute the answer. The recording. Folks, I'm telling you, I told you last night, listen what's happening. Listen what's happening. How they're treating these people. 120 people are trapped in this building. I swear this is not Gaza. This is not Iraq. This is New Boston, Ohio. And an invited guest can't get in to talk to somebody or assist somebody who is trapped in a building. We didn't crash the party.
See, at this point, it's just continuously ringing. There's no answer on it. So it doesn't pop up the thing across the screen that says invalid. They still have it to where I can't actually enter the building. There's people in the lobby watching me.
Show me. Look, okay. You can't get through. Show me the lobby. I mean, let's document this thing. Show me the lobby. Show me the people, and see if somebody will give you some assistance.
Automatic doors.
I'm taking myself out. I'm giving you the whole screen. Show me. Do you see anybody in there?
Not now. There was 2 people standing there looking over at me while I was typing in the code, but they seem to have walked around the corner.
If you think that was a DoorDash driver, then that DoorDash driver should be coming back out and ask them how they got in. Right? Ask them how they got in, and if anybody told them they couldn't come in. Because
I don't know if it was a DoorDash driver or not.
Okay.
Because nobody's in the lobby now.
And the people.
I typed in all 3 codes, and they've all said the same thing. Now when I type in the code, it just continuously rings.
And the only way to get to the stairs is through the lobby.
Yep.
Which is a good idea. All right, so let's do this. That's so pretty. All right, so I'm trying to my best. People are coming on. Share this. This is not a joke. 120 people are trapped in Buckeye Towers, New Boston, Ohio. That was the story, and now we go as invited guests by 3 people to go interview them at their request, and the management has said leave. They've not been very nice, and in addition to that, it seems, and I'm thank you, shared out. Thank you very much.
So
it seems that they have deliberately, by closing off the parking lot and throwing up the no trespassing, and now the phone pads mysteriously don't work. It looks like they are actively keeping people away from the people who are trapped. It is so mind-bending.
So on the first floor, you'd be able to get in and out of the building.
This. Say again.
From the first floor, you'd be able to get in and out of the building. From the second floor, it'd be a little bit of an annoyance, but you'd still be able to do it. But once you hit the 3rd, 4th, 5th, all the way up to the 8th floor, for somebody 65 and above, that's an impossible task. Like, look at this building from where I'm standing.
Yeah, a good shot. Do that.
For somebody 65 and above, that's imposing. Like, that would be terrifying for somebody above 65 to try to make it down that many flights of stairs.
Okay. All right. Keep an eye on You got a nice bench there. The people aren't coming after you that were smoking. I don't know where they are. Keep an eye on the lobby.
Hmm.
Keep this. We're going to keep this live because literally anything could happen at any time. Um, they may have already just decided to call the police, and that's good because we called out um, the chief uh, of New Boston last night that he needs to be involved, and if he's not going to voluntarily be involved, we're going to get him involved. Um, we're
I mean,
invited guests. Look at, I love that shot. You keep that shot. All look up at the sky. Look at the handrails. Look at the balconies. Every single soul, every single grandma, every single aunt, every single uncle is trapped. They cannot leave, nor can they get any medical assistance. Look how hard it is for us just to walk in the building. Family can't even come and help them. They can't freaking ring in because it looks like they turned off, again, allegedly, it looks like they turned off the communications. It was working, and it looks like they've disabled the communications to further entrap the trapped people.
they do have a camera in the corner right above the keypad, so they can probably watch me walk back into the lobby and turn it right back off.
Show the folks the building. I love that. I love that. They need to see it. They need to understand the how big this place is. The people in here are trapped. Understand it. There has never been anything like that in in the history of Scioto County. This entire keep going, back up there. Everything, every person in that building is trapped. They, the only way they can do anything is to go down the stairs. But as one person told us yesterday, there's a person that lives in there that has polio, that has never walked, and how in the world it's impossible for them to go anywhere. There are many people with severe mobility issues. There are people that have told us about needing to go to the hospital, and they are trapped. The health caregivers call them lazy. Say, you know what? Tough it out. Just walk up. Just walk. Austin, keep showing the breadth, how big this building is. Just walk. Just
Yeah,
walk. Just
just
walk
take.
out. This isn't a college dorm. Okay, this is a senior living facility operated by PMHA, who we have tried to contact, all Columbus, everything. And I was going to break some news a minute ago, right before you came on. But as we look at this building, and not avert our eyes, I'm going to tell you something that nobody else knows, except maybe a handful of people. PMHA is the ultimate person for this. This building has just changed hands. The company that owns this building now is called Treetop. Okay, what the people when I believe what the name was when management PMHA had on the contract that they owned the building, but they did not own the building. There was the man that owned this building since its inception has always owned this building. PMHA had the name of the management company that the person hired to run the building as the owner. That state paperwork is jacked. The new company, Treetop, I hope you're taking notes, and I'm going to continue to do this. And I forgot, I gotta put myself back on screen for the purposes of show me the building, because I got to do purposes of doing the shorts, doing the clips. All right. So the man who owned the building always owned the building. That Middle Wind company, I can't remember the name, was property management only. They did not own the building, regardless of what the state paperwork says. They did not own the building. All right. But the new company, Treetop, and Austin's going to talk to you about their reviews and about the company. Treetop took over this building just this month. Just is very freaking convenient. And then the elevators go down. So a new company buys, all the elevators go down, and they circulate. Every person in this building got a letter about how they would like to leave. And listen, they got a letter about how they would like to leave. All right, so a new company comes in, everybody gets a letter. How would you like to leave? Do you have a place to go? Do you need assistance finding a place? Are you, there was I think 4 things on the list. We're going to get a copy. We have a secure copy of the list. We're going to make it public, but they had to fill out a list of how they intended to leave. And these people did not intend to leave. They lived there. Years they lived there. They had no intention of leaving. But this new company came in and they bought it, and the first thing they did was give everybody notice that we are interested on how you would like to leave. All right? And the elevator goes down. They're not going to fit. I don't give a damn. There was a maintenance man that said they ordered a part. Austin, I'm talking to you now, just as well as anybody. When we were at Kent Street and the heat went out and they said they ordered a part, that didn't mean diddly squat, because the part, just because you ordered a part, it's got to come in. And then they have to get scheduled to do the maintenance, okay? So, whoop-de-doo, wait a minute, where's my, here it goes. Woo! They ordered a part. It means nothing. They ordered a part. That's false hope. That's why they trick these people. Show me the building. They trick these people, and the alarm bells didn't go off until about the middle of the week. So they get the letter about how you intend to leave when they didn't intend to leave. Very strange. And then the elevators go out. But don't worry, the management is like, it's okay. Just, we ordered a part. We're going to do a thing. And so for the first couple of days, everyone kind of acquiesced. And they said, it's just an inconvenience. It wasn't until Wednesday or Thursday that we started getting messages that we're getting the feeling we're trapped, because this is not right. We can't get out, nor can help get in. How is an ambulance going to get there? We've even talked to fire. We've got sources with fire, and they said, we're just bring a ladder truck. And bring a ladder truck, okay? 8-story building. Do we have a ladder truck anywhere in this county that will do 8 stories? My understanding is our largest ladder in the county will go 5 stories. This is purposeful. This has been done on purpose to 120 elderly, sick people. I am, and you should be outraged. This was done. This is not a third world country. This is New Boston, Ohio. And a coordinated effort to trap 120 people in their home and prevent anybody to get in to help them. And I'm telling you, we've got proof. And Austin, I'm going to toss it to you because I need a break for a second, and I want you to tell them about the reviews of this Treetop company that is doing this to this people, and PMHA is doing nothing to stop them. Go ahead, Austin. You know what we're talking about.
Well, another thing on this property here, the one that I'm on now, I don't know if you see the big window here to my left, the one with the blinds closed. There's 2 of them there. And since I got here, they've shut those blinds. And I mean, it's not like I'm going to walk up and just start recording through a window, but just me standing here, the first time I came, they were both open. Now they're both closed. And I'm going to go back to my vehicle because it's kind of a little cold outside, and I have no choice other than to be outside or in the vehicle. So while I'm speaking on the reviews here, we looked up the property, the new owners of this property last night, and from what we could find, they're not even based in Ohio at all. They have upstate New Jersey, I think it was, South Dakota or Minnesota, I think it was, and then South Carolina. But everywhere that's connected to that company is basically 1-star reviews saying how they were throwing out a husband but letting the wife stay because he was sick.
Yes. Austin, you're doing a great job, but we can't see anything. Nothing's coming
Mark,
up
if
on
you're
your
talking,
camera.
you need to unmute your mic.
I am not unmuted. Or I'm not muted.
I'm not hearing you, bud.
All right. Phone call. Hang on a second. I appreciate you guys. We're dealing with individuals inside the building. We're talking to people. They are just now realizing that that they're even more trapped than they were before. So, give me and I appreciate you guys staying on so we can do this.
Yes, sir.
You're live on air. All right. Did you get the new number? That now we have 4 people that have invited us. Did you get that new number I just sent you?
I believe I did. Yes.
Okay. Listen to me. They don't realize that the buzzer's not working. The people in the building don't know. They're just now finding out. So they don't even know that they can't get help from the outside. They're trapped and they have no idea. I mean, they know they're trapped, but they have no idea that the idea of somebody coming in today is not working. It's being sabotaged.
Yep. I called all the numbers that we had, and either it pops up and says that whole response not available, or it just rings straight through like they're not getting the calls.
All right, we've got a new number, and for the record, for the legal record, if it comes to that, I'm willing to go the full route. All right, we now have 4 people who have requested us to come in the building. And so Austin is going to try this fourth person. And so we're going to see how that works. When you can, go and show us a picture of your situation and trying that new number. I want to see the whole thing in case somebody tries to stop you. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. We're doing this. You're watching it live and dirty. This is who else? Who else is trying? Huh? I called out names last night. Who else is trying? Where's the chief of police? Where's the fire chief? Where's the mayor? Where is this is bigger than New Boston. So where is Larry Mullins from the emergency management? Where is the sheriff, the main law enforcement officer in the entire county? Where are the people that are charged? Do you know the response? If one person gets trapped in an elevator downtown, they clear out every firehouse in the, watch me, I'm sorry, Lord Jesus. They'll clear out every firehouse in the fucking city to go help somebody, one person in an elevator for a temporary amount of time. We have a situation where there is 120 people trapped. Where the fuck are you? Where are you? Why are you leaving this private company from another state and their slimeball employees down here harassing these people that are already trapped and making it worse to where people can't even get in and bring them their medicine? Chief of Police, Chris Dixon, come on down. Go talk to him right now. Dave Thurman, you're between church time. Get down there. LD, I love you, brother, but this is considered an emergency situation, and you have contingency plans for it. You have board meeting after board meeting after board meeting for a time such as this. This is the time. Where are you? Austin, I'm coming to your audio, I think. All right, I see you. I see you. All right, you're good. Can I hear you? It says can't unmute guest because they've chosen to mute themselves. Okay, I see you. As long as we can see, all right, you're muted, that's fine. But as long as we can see that you're safe where you're physically located, that's fine. It looks like he's trying that other number for the other guest that has asked us to be there. 4 people have asked us to come. And until just a few minutes ago, when we got the 4th number, they didn't even realize that these shitty people have gone in and actually apparently been tampering with the piece of the dial tone, and so they didn't realize until just now that people can't get in. People can't get in to help. Family, no matter. We're invited guests. Same thing. Same thing. We got a brand new number from a person in there. Same thing.
While I was standing there typing in the code, waiting for her to respond, a lady walked up with, I guess, a key card, tapped it, walked past me, and I turned, and she was like, "You have to be buzzed in." And then the door closed, and she walked into the office.
Keep talking. All right. All right. I'm right. I'm back inside the building. 1 second. Yes, my dear. We're outside. We tried that new number. That makes the fourth invited guest that we have. And the same thing. We have a lady that walked past our guy, hitting that number, and opened the door and said, "You have to be buzzed in." What did they say, Austin?
She said
You
you
have to
have
be.
to be buzzed in, and then stood there, waited for the door to close, and then walked away.
All right. So the lady with the badge says you have to be buzzed in, but yet we know the buzzer doesn't work. Waited until the door closed with her access card and left Austin standing there in the thing while we have four people that have asked us to come and see them. So, uh, my friend, I'm talking to my source in the building. That's what's happening. You guys are not only trapped, they have now turned on an offensive mode and they are actively trying to make sure nobody gets in the building to help you. All right. I was talking to the audience plus our person in the building. We've got more people in the building, but this is what I'm watching. We know with the one person uh, as we know, this is so stressful. This is so stressful,
At the
and
at this point,
the
I've been trying to gain entry into the building for almost 2 hours
oh my gosh,
through invited guests and their numbers who have been trying to get me into the building. I've been here since 3:15, and it's now almost 5 o'clock.
shit! Why are we looking at a blank screen? Is there something that you can
I'm
show
sitting
us?
in the vehicle again
Okay.
because the number didn't work, so I just walked back out to the vehicle.
Is there anything from the vehicle where you can put your camera so the folks watching have something to look at, and especially for your safety, in case somebody walks up to the vehicle, we'll have them on camera.
I can. I'm actually going to
I hear
move.
voices. I hear voices.
Yes, there is people getting into the car in front of me.
Let's talk to them. Okay, Austin, I got an update from inside the building. Um, they are going to try to have somebody come down and let you in. They think they shut off. This is a quote. They think they shut off the buzzer where people can't use the buzzer. That's inside the building. That's what they're saying. Listen to me. This is this is an act of war. I'm not joking. This is an act of war. This is shit we do in Ukraine, in Russia, pick it, Iran, China, every place. They trap people. And when you trap somebody in the Gaza Strip or wherever it is, and people can't leave, that's an act of war. And that's what they've done here. I'm getting it live right now. This is crazy that they are being done like that. All right, but Austin, for your information, there is a resident who is thankfully able to try to utilize the steps, and they are going to physically come and try to open this door for you from the inside. So let's see how that works. And I'm going to give you the big screen. So let me take you solo. So show me as much as you possibly can for your safety, um, because if they're willing to do this to 120 people, what's another person to
Only
them?
only situation I'm having at the moment is the possibility of being arrested because that's going to interfere with not only this job but my other job as well.
You're not, you're not, you're not. Being arrested and being convicted is two different things. And you're not going to get arrested because this is documented. And by the time you go through the process, they will clearly have seen we've been invited by four different people, and we're trying to go see the four different people. And a person is supposed to be coming down from the inside to try to let you in. Thankfully, they have the mobility to do this. So,
So
watch.
basically, even the residents here have the knowledge that they can activate and deactivate the pin pad whenever at their discretion, basically.
What I'm getting is they didn't know that the pin pad had issues until we told them. They didn't know. They just thought it was a quiet Sunday afternoon, being trapped and not sleeping. And you know just as well as I do the reports we're getting in as far as people's nerves and people being upset and not being able to get things. So not on top of that, now they can't even, the thing they were really clinging on to was the fact that they could get some outside help. They can get family members to bring their food, bring them some food, bring their medicine. But now that option seems to be over. That's breaking news.
It's either that or they have seen who I am, know who I am, and those people watched me come on the property and knew to turn off the thing to where I couldn't enter the building.
Well, we got somebody coming down from inside the building. So keep your eye on it. Austin is waiting outside the building right now, and he's waiting for who we're talking about to come and try to open the door from the inside. All right. I'm getting a message that it's going to take a few minutes. Of course, it's going to take a few minutes. They're coming from we can show the tower again. This is how big. This is how big. How many people? I cannot believe we've had to go through this for so many days in a row. These people are stuck. It looks beautiful. It looks wonderful. It looks well maintained. But a new company bought it. They want every single person out. They've already given them a list of how would you like to leave. And not only that, but now we're not worried about your elevator. We're not worried about anything, and the staff is gonna do everything they can to keep anybody from helping you and make your life a living hell until you leave. This is how they're doing it.
Another thing I've noticed since I've been here, every single window that had the blinds open when I first got here, all of the windows now have the windows or the blinds closed. Even on the side that's even on the side that's facing away from the sun, where it would be the moment to open the window blinds and have just the light coming in. Now every single window on the first floor has their blinds closed when they had them open when I first got here.
All right, and we don't know what's on the first floor. I'm sure all the administrative offices on the first floor. I don't know if there's any resident. I don't know if there's any people that live on the first floor. I believe it's probably all different. Everything, all the different aspects that it takes to run a building. I believe that's probably that. And then there's the community room where they play the bingo and all that kind of stuff on the first floor. So I doubt anybody actually lives on the first floor. So when you say that they're going around closing the blinds, that means the staff is closing the blinds.
Mm-hmm.
It's not residents. It's this staff that's working for this brand new company that nobody knew. Nobody knew a brand new company bought the building and is the one responsible for doing this to you. Nobody knew it. You found out right here. You found out right here. This is what is happening. Nobody knew that there was another company that had purchased the building and want people to leave, sent them a questionnaire of how you intend to leave. And to make matters worse, the elevator's down and the staff is doing everything they can to keep help from getting in, so they're as trapped as they can possibly be. 120 people. Not a guy in an elevator where they clear downtown, where they clear out every fire station, every firehouse in this city. They go get the one guy, which is an appropriate response. But it's not one guy. It's 120. And they are being...
It's actually more than that.
It is. Because
it's 120 apartments,
right.
close to 200 people.
Some are married, right. You know, we don't know how many people were married, so I'm sticking with the 120. But the number is more. The number is higher. But now, not only are they trapped, they are officially being held hostage by a private company out of state that is under the oversight of PMHA. Columbus says they got nothing. We already told you PMHA Portsmouth's got nothing. We've been bugging them. So this company, this private company, this treetop company, is actually, and you think this is a one-time thing with this company? No, this is what they do when they buy buildings, and we've got written documentation. This is exactly what they do. They buy a building, they hold everybody hostage, they make their life miserable, so they move, so they can do whatever they have plans for. And they're doing it in New Boston, Ohio, to 120 people. And it seems like the only people that care are the people that are stuck, and Scioto County Daily News, trying our damn best to get one person. I named 4 yesterday. I named 4 again today, I believe. I want one person with enough balls to go help these people, to start the ball rolling. This only ends in one of 2 ways. The first way is everybody is evacuated, all right? Whether they have a place to go or not. That's what the owners want. That's why they're doing this to these people. They want them evacuated at any cost. The second way this ends is this company is held accountable. And this company, there's an injunction, there's whatever, because they're out of state, but there's an injunction, and they release the hostages that they now have. This is a hostage situation. You have to understand. This is a hostage. They are trapped. It's a tragedy, and it's a hostage situation. It's being done on purpose. We knew this last night, but we were trying our best to be as optimistic as possible. But now we see what's happening on the ground. We're physically there. So I'm telling you, they are being held hostage by a private company. And the co-conspirators that work there are not allowing access to the building. It's crazy. And what's crazier to me is not one damn person is trying to help them except us. What the hell do you want us to do? Huh? What do you want us to do? We're trying to coordinate. We're trying behind the scenes. We're trying to coordinate. We're trying to get Larry Mullins. We need Larry Mullins. We need the sheriff. We need the chief of police. We need the people to coordinate. I'm willing to facilitate the mediation. Let's get this thing. Create a task force, a board, have an open meeting. Follow the Open Meetings Law, Open Meetings Act. Broadcast it, and we all get together and get a plan, an actionable plan together to get these people free from being hostages by a private company. Keep that shot of that building while you can. Let me grab it. There we are. Every person in that building is a hostage. Every person in that building is a hostage by a private company out of town by the name of Treetop. You people that like to go and investigate, Austin, is it Treetop? Or is it the other?
Treetop Realty.
Treetop Realty. Treetop Realty is doing this to you, and PMHA is letting Treetop Realty do this to you.
And there's multiple reviews that we've looked at online that say that they
keep the picture of the building. Yeah.
There's multiple reports on their reviews of people saying how they buy a building, they force people out, renovate the building, and sell it for more.
Yes.
One of the ones
This
we
is
got
what
last
they do.
night. One of the ones we got last night, they evicted the husband, didn't evict the wife, and it's getting into late October, early November. It's getting cold, and most of these people who get places like this, they're low income, they're over age. It's not going to be easy for them to find a new place to move, and they buy these properties, they flip them, and they sell them for more money. And like we've gotten multiple reports of the in-care staff, the people that come in to take care of these people, are feeding information to property management, and then property management is going straight to the residents and threatening them. And that's why most of the people that are talking to us about it are afraid of retaliation because of them talking to us about it.
Yes. And while you were doing that, and I very much appreciate it, I'm getting word on the inside. One of the hostages are communicating with us from inside the building. They're saying if you see anybody smoking, they should let you in. But no, we've already experienced that with the people outside smoking. They are co-conspirators in the hostage situation. They are the ones making sure that this out-of-town company gets their way. Still looking here. I mean, it's pouring in. 120 people. We know it's more. This is what we have to go with. 120 people in this tower are trapped. They cannot get out. They are being held hostage by a private company. All right?
Mark, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but at this point, I've been live streaming for 2 hours, and I don't even think I have the battery life left on my device to do an inside interview or to do an inside investigation, because the 2 hours that I had planned for to do an inside investigation has been spent outside just trying to get into the building itself.
Okay. So we're going to let's do some live strategy here. When you get off, take some good pictures of the building. I need horizontal, okay, and also that other document we'll get just a little bit later. But yeah, give me some good landscape stills of the building showing the breadth. I really like the angle where you were near the porch, where you could really see. So far away where you're at, up close, and then bring it on in here to us, and
right.
we'll regroup and come back in just a little bit. Okay.
All right, sounds good to me. I'm going to go ahead and end it here and take the photos.
All right. Thank you, Austin.
You're welcome.
All right. So Austin's taking care of that. And we are going to regroup. We are not going to stop. If you think for 1 second that we're going to stop, it can't. But thousands of people. I can see the analytics. All right, when you broadcast, you know how many people see. All right, thousands of people have seen what is happening. They know, and now we've added even more. It was bad enough, but now we've even shared more information that we were hoping we didn't have to make public. We were hoping that reason would prevail, but apparently not. So, all right, we're going to give you some more information to make you understand how this is. This is a hostage situation. Trapped in the towers, I'm changing where it says Buckeye Towers tragedy, and it's a hostage situation. It's a private company that is intentionally trying to get these people out. And how are they going to do it? They squeeze them, and they squeeze them, and they make life so unlivable, they have no choice but to leave. And we have documented proof that that's exactly how this company operates. They have done it before, and then they've done it before. I think we have at least 2 other documented of building takeovers like this. So they are at it again, and they've done it before, so they know what the strategy is, and they squeeze the life out of people. They take their actual. I mean, when I say take their life, they don't get me started on if somebody gets sick through this whole thing, okay, or if somebody that's mentally fragile realizes how stuck they are and loses their stuff, and when you're in a situation where the electric goes out, and the national statistics, you see all the electric goes out by day 3, by day 5, people are at each other's throats. They're breaking in each other's houses to try to get their stuff because they don't have any stuff. All right, what we're on the precipice of is some type of violent outburst within this situation because they're trapped. In addition to health concerns, in addition to the stress and the mental anguish, some of the people that we're talking to, they're falling off because they've been up for days, and they finally get to the point where they pass out, their nerves are shot. I can attest to that personally. So they are, and we gave the quote, they feel like that they are in a time bomb. Watch the thing from yesterday is a quote from inside the building. The people inside the building are communicating with me very good, and I appreciate you. And I'm doing my best to get you some help. Okay? I'm doing my best to get you some help. And so Austin needs to regroup. We need to regroup. I need to make some phone calls to some people that should not at this point need to be called. I expected to have my inbox with some crucial people that needs to be involved immediately, not Monday morning, right now. But if they're not going to voluntarily get the freaking message, I'm going to make a couple of direct phone calls to some very high-ranking officials while we are taking this reorganizational break. And we will be back. And I'm not going to tell you when we're coming back, because you sons of bitches in the maintenance and the building that are helping this, and they're doing this, keeping these people hostage. I'm not telling you our plans. All right? You're not going to know, but it's coming. The next phase is coming, and it's your own damn fault. You're disgusting. You're disgusting. I know the truth. Now the people know the truth. You are co-conspirators in a hostage situation. Period. It's not hyperbole. It is absolutely 100% fact. And you should be jailed for many years. We're going to reorganize, and we'll be right back. I got to hit a thing. All right. Thank you, guys. Let us, in all honesty, we need to regroup. This is not over. We need to regroup, re-strategize, and we're going to do this again, just a little bit. But I'm not telling you snakes. I'm not conveying anything. Why is it that the co-conspirators are taking action, but the people charged to protect these people aren't doing shit? Why is that? We'll be right back.
Pass the light around, my friend. Don't hide it when it shines. One little jar turns the dark to gold. Warms the young and heals the old. Warms the young and heals